Hi everybody, my name is Jayne Castel and welcome to my channel. This is actually my first proper video on here doing kind of writerly stuff, and I just wanted to give you just a bit of an overview about what to expect and the type of content you're going to get from me going forward. If you look on this channel at the moment, you'll see that there's kind of a mismatch of things, mainly to do with my writing and my life here in Scotland, and yeah, little teasers and things and a little bit of audio thrown in. But going forward, I'd actually like to do something a bit different. So what I'd like to do is actually speak about writing. Now, I actually know a lot about writing. I have been writing and publishing my books since 2012, and I was writing long before that as well. So I have a lot of industry experience, and I used to, in a previous life, also work as a teacher, and I've spoken at conferences and I've done workshops, and so I do know my stuff, if I do say so myself. So I really want this channel to be about relaxed writing and marketing advice for authors. And you can be a self-published author, you can be a traditionally published author. A lot of the advice that I'm giving here is applicable to everyone who is wanting to become an author. I am fortunate enough to be a full-time author, and I have been since 2019. And in the videos going forward, I'm going to speak a little bit about my story and how I got here, which I'll be excited to share with you all. In the publishing industry, sometimes everything is so serious, and I don't want my videos to be like that. I want you to feel that it's kind of like a warm hug, that it's giving you advice, that you're feeling like there's someone there in the trenches with you who's actually done a lot of this stuff, and I have just got so much to share, and this is one of the reasons why I'm starting this channel. So a little bit of an overview about me and what I write. So like I said before, I started self-publishing in 2012. I write primarily historical romance set in Scotland, ancient Scotland and medieval Scotland, but I also write fantasy romance or romantic fantasy, which has got a Celtic vibe to it. The bulk of my backlist, and we're talking around 50 books to date, so this is June 2024, I have about 50 books in my backlist, so I have a few, so I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to publishing, writing, marketing, the whole thing. And in that backlist, I have primarily historical romance set in Scotland. I have some set in Anglo-Saxon England as well. And like I said, I play with a variety of time periods. So we have ancient world, so we have 2nd and 4th century Scotland. And then we also have the medieval period. So we're looking at 14th and 15th century mainly. So, and in amongst all of that, I also have some historical fantasy romance. So that's historical romance with kind of fantasy paranormal elements. So think, immortal Highlanders and druidesses and things like that. So yeah, I've got quite a varied background, but I do really just stick to my lane, and I think that's one of the things that has been part of my success. However, when I do branch out of it, which I'm going to be doing very soon, and I have in the past, I always make sure that I'm keeping it on brand, so to speak, so that people who love my books already are going to enjoy the new books as well. And I think that's really important, that if I was going to write in a completely different genre, which I have done, but I would publish under a completely different name, and the branding would be completely separate. And I'm going to be releasing a Celtic fantasy romance in September. It's going to be part 1 of a duology, and the part 2 will be published in November of this year. So I thought I could take you also along with the journey with me to see how it does, to see how I go about writing it, marketing it, packaging of it, everything. So that'll be exciting if any of you are fantasy romance authors, and we can see together how it all works. So one of the things we're going to be talking about over the coming weeks and months when we talk about marketing is branding, and how to make sure that you're continuing to fulfill reader expectations, and you're not disappointing your readers, and you're not giving them something completely left field and they're like, what is this? I didn't ask for this, I didn't sign up for this. And how you can do that but also fulfill yourself creatively. So there is just so much to talk about. I am incredibly excited, as you can probably tell. So I'm so glad that you are watching this video and that you're going to come along on the journey with me. If this video intrigued you, interested you, and you're thinking about watching more, please don't forget to hit subscribe, and I shall see you for the next video.